Got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yeah, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I want. And I don't give a what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a f. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a f. I really don't.
Pro Truth family, what's going on? I got the homies, Kenya and Real, you know what I'm saying? Elder Slim in the building, that's me. So we're going to talk about these. Well, first of all, black men, we got to stop being reckless out here. And I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to show you an example of a reckless black man that doesn't give a shit about his children. We got a lot of you black men that y'all out here giving your seed away, not knowing what's going on with your children, and they over here probably terrorizing the whole neighborhood because y'all are not over them as you should be. And we're going to give you an example of this man, and this might not even be the video, but hold on one second because this ain't it. All right, brother, sorry about that. Again, little malfunction, but we're gonna just go straight to the one with Kendra G, brothers. And I am pretty upset because there are a lot of black men. I don't even know if it is, but 2 reasons why I'm upset. One, this dude is for one, he's out here just spreading his seed. That's one reason, and just being reckless. And 2 is the women that he's actually sleeping with. And the women should take accountability because he's actually telling these women that he don't want children. I don't support abortion at all. I don't support it. But he's actually telling these women that he's going to get an abortion, or he wants them to get abortion. He plans on paying for it. So I just don't understand why this nigga can't pull out. That's one thing I don't understand. And I get it. A lot of men don't like to use condoms. I get it. But I'm going to just help you out real quick, brothers. Go ahead and get you some lambskin condoms. But I'm just going to let you know, too, they don't protect you against STDs. So keep that in mind, too. So you might be taking a chance. Or maybe you should just practice abstinence like this dude needs to. But let's go ahead and get into the video because this is what you call reckless.
Hello?
What's up with you?
Oh, I got all the men with microphones tonight.
Yeah.
What's your name?
They just called me House.
They call that what your mama call you too?
Yeah, no, that's my name.
Turn your music down in the background.
You said music?
I hear something. Is that what those are kids?
Yeah, those my sister kids, my nieces and nephews.
You live with your
We had like a
sister?
little we had like a little gathering today.
Oh,
Whatever she was announcing, like she pregnant and stuff like that. So
okay.
everybody, cooking barbecue, a little family function.
All right. All right. So, House, where you call me from, babe?
I'm in Houston right now.
Houston, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. What you do for a living?
We do real estate.
Okay. Why you say it like that?
Nah, because I really don't be like, you know what I'm saying, like giving up too much information about myself on the internet like that.
Well, I got a lot of questions, Ed. So you willing to answer them? You don't got to be here. But I
No,
got a
no,
lot
we
more
good, we
questions.
good, we good.
So, brothers, as you can see, he's the reason why he's doing that, and he's probably going to say that later, but he's trying to hide it. He's hiding his identity because he doesn't want to be responsible for the children that he has put out in the world. So, them women, he don't want them to find him at all. That's why he's doing that. But let's go ahead and continue.
I'm just keeping it.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Do you have any kids yourself?
Man, technically, I got 7 kids, but they aren't supposed to be here.
What do you mean they're not supposed to be here?
Yeah, man. Like, I met a few women within my lifetime, and they just decided to keep the kids, and I ain't want them. So technically, I got 7 kids, but in actuality, I don't.
And you're proud of this?
No, ain't nothing to be proud of. It's just that's just how the goddamn dice roll.
So you have 7 kids, and I mean, I'm assuming you don't take care of them.
Oh no, of course not.
And that makes sense to you?
No, that make a lot of sense.
Tell me why.
They don't supposed to be here. I gave an option so I can read this mistake that we both made. All for plan B, all for abortions, and women gonna do what they do. I can't control their body, so they decided
Why
to
did
keep
you
them.
go through that 7 times? Why didn't you switch up after the first or second time?
Go ahead, Tanya.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so if a guy doesn't want kids, I mean, why is he still consistently having sex unprotected? And on top of that, why don't he just get a vasectomy? I mean, it's like after the first 4 times, I mean, let alone first, but 4 times, and now on baby number 7, like it just doesn't make any sense why he won't take accountability or responsibility for his mistakes that he's making.
I have to agree. And fellas, just to let you know, vasectomy is reversible. So brothers, I don't understand why black men do this. This is just, once again, brother, this is reckless. This is reckless. So we got to do better, brothers. We have to do better. And as you can see, he's nonchalant about it. He don't even care. He does not care at all, brother. So we got to do better out here. Y'all keep talking about this black community that I still ain't seen yet, but we got to do better than this, brothers. We got to do better than this. Let's continue.
I was an immature child at the time. You feel me? Not even child. I was just an immature young man, not giving a damn about the decisions I was making.
So you have 7 kids in this world that you are making it clear that you do not raise, and you feel as though that is okay.
I ain't never said it was okay. That's just my life.
Well, these kids are innocent. Why should they be deprived from a father?
I mean, they weren't supposed to be here, so it's just like.
But they are here. Either way, they are here. As a responsible human being, you don't think whether they're supposed to be here or not, they are here. So you don't think as a man it's still your responsibility to raise children that you help create? And I can see if it happened one time and you felt this way, but you proceeded to do it 7 times.
we proceed to do it. We proceed to make the same mistakes in life. You know what I'm saying? Eventually we learn for it. Yeah, it's not a responsible, it's irresponsible actually. So, but I'm not, I don't have no feelings towards the mistakes that I made. So they here, they should blame their mama for being here. You feel me? And that's how I feel about it.
What kind
Brothers, let me explain something to you. A mistake is basically something. Let me. I don't know the basic definition of mistake, but it's basically something that you didn't know that when you do something wrong, you didn't know that you was doing something wrong. 7 times, you're 27 years old, and 7 times you made a mistake. So that's only showing that you're not even taking no type of responsibility. None. None at all. Go ahead, Tanya.
And I would look at any woman after looking at this that would ever consider him as someone that is weird. This guy obviously is an undisciplined man. I would look at him as low on the totem pole because not only is he not willing to take accountability for laying up with these women multiple times, he's saying it's the mother's fault. And we don't know. I mean, I don't want to really get into the morals side of the mom, each of the mothers or whatever. But at the end of the day, I just think that if any woman was to call up or get in contact with him after this show, it just shows this kind of the low level woman that she is, because this man clearly doesn't care. And one thing he is honest, I would say, at least, about his situation. So I just think that it's like disgusting, and I'm like really like disgusted by him, his attitude, and I just hope that women see this as, like, I guess a warning for them, a heads up for them, because this is like despicable.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, I personally have, like, if I had control over the laws of the world, I think that he should be injected with like some type of like chemical imbalance for like erections or being able to plant a seed again, for like as a crime. Like he permanently can't have kids. Um, I think there should be. Have you ever seen that movie Demolition Man, when they have like these strict rules and policies? I actually like the way they mapped out, even when it came to sex. You couldn't have physical sex unless you had to go through a process of being married, and then you can have physical sex. But before then, they had virtual reality sex. Like they paid for like the virtual version of it because they wouldn't have like unplanned parenthood and they had to go through a procedure. So I like that type of law. I think he should be what would be the version of like what is there shots out there that could stop a guy from like permanently, I guess a vasectomy is the closest thing. I think
I was gonna say whatever the transsexuals take.
Oh, they take oh shit.
I was gonna say
I think
sterilized.
people like this
Probably sterilized.
Something, but I don't probably, but I think that there's somewhere in the sense where he can't ejaculate, he can't get hard, he can't do anything to that level. He was reckless. There should be some laws because I think that's just crazy.
Right.
The fact that he doesn't give them any information so they can even find where this man's at. The reason why he can't get a vasectomy because he has to prove that he has kids. Isn't that right? Don't you have to prove that you at least had a couple of kids before you can even attempt to do it? I don't know the rules.
That is true, but that's only for certain states. Some states, like the state of Oregon, which I know a guy did this. He went to the state of Oregon and got a vasectomy. He was only 24 because he didn't want any kids.
Oh, wow.
So why do they make you have to have kids?
Because
like, why can't you have agency over your own body, whether you want it?
I'm not sure about that. I'll tell you this. When I was living in the state of Washington, I was going to go for a vasectomy after I had my second child. And they told me that I had to have the consent of my ex-wife before, because I was still under 35. Now, if I was over 35, I would have been able to do it without her. But I had to have consent from my ex-wife to have for her to sign off to say that I could get a vasectomy. So some states you can do it. Only state I know of right now is Oregon. That's the only state I know. I don't know any other state where you could just get it without no consent.
That's
like
crazy
that.
though.
But anybody got anything else before we continue? All right.
Yeah, I really wish I can they should have me as the man that distributes these type of things, because I think that's this is just reckless. It makes me sick to my stomach when I see men do stuff like this. Like, it really does. Yeah. And the way he's going about it just makes me sick. But that's all.
Yeah, he's very nonchalant about it. But let's go ahead and continue, because we about this again, brother. This is just being reckless right here. But let's go ahead and continue.
What kind of women are you looking for on my show house?
Man, I need an irresponsible woman with no morals. She don't want too much. I ain't asking for the best of a woman. I just need a woman. That's it.
Let me ask you a question, because my show, I mean, at times if you watch clips, you would think people are characters, but they're being their natural selves. So I want to make sure this is who you are really. You're not a comedian and you're just trying to troll. Is that the goal, or this is how you?
No, I'm not a comedian. I don't make money off none of this. But
so
people was like, you should go, huh?
Are you a podcaster?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I just try to take advantage of the eyes and ears at the point of time when my story kind of went viral, because everybody else was using my story and monetizing it.
So your story is already known. I don't know this.
Okay, yeah. So
your story's known. Where was your story posted at?
It been seen probably over 500 million times. It's out there.
Okay. So I guess in what is the clip that's out there?
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
Okay, so you want to find an equally irresponsible woman. Could she have kids?
She only can have about 3 kids, minimum 2 baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do too much. I can't deal with a woman that got like 3 baby daddies. I'm a hypocrite. That's hence the name. Like, you can't do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So how do you feel? I mean, since you're,
as much as I hate to say this, man, this dude is actually honest. And that's sad. Brothers, we gotta do way better.
How is this sad? Hold on.
Yes.
When you say sad because he's honest, or sad because of his story?
Because of what he's saying. It's very
okay.
He's just degrade to me, in my opinion, he's degrading himself. And he doesn't care. But let's go ahead.
I would rather he be this way. Sorry. I would rather he be this way. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, given his situation, I would rather him be honest like this, which is why I can't really be upset. He's not trying to trick anyone. He's actually giving himself even more exposure. And even if the women were trying to fight, I don't know if the women put him on child support or not, for at least the first 4 kids. I don't know if there's a max.
Are we going to get to it?
He's making himself available to see, or to be discovered. He's not in hiding. So I feel like, he's being honest. And if you are a woman that is not taking this as like that, he's being very serious, given the other previous videos, I just think that I would now look at the women, and start to make, I hate to make a judgment, but I would start to look at them and wonder, what in the hell are you thinking? Why wouldn't you value yourself? This man does not want to be around for his kids at all. And he's very clearly stating he wants a woman that pretty much doesn't give a fuck either. So I would start to take the blame or the judgment off of him and place it on the women that decide to sleep with him.
I have to agree. I agree with you, Tanya, and real. I wouldn't be surprised if he is getting DMs. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's that's the other part that would get me upset, because look, the brother's probably pulling females, and he's telling them about himself, and these women still will sleep with him, and that's the sad part. So now,
are we sure?
She's going to speak on it. Let's go ahead and continue.
Since you're saying you're viral, I wasn't aware. But how do you feel? Because obviously, if I make you a highlight, I believe black men will judge you too. So how do you feel about people thinking that this is ridiculous? You have 7 kids. You're proudly saying you will not raise them because they were all supposed to be aborted. You know,
Man, that's
a lot.
not. No, I ain't say that proudly. I'm just giving it how it is. It's not something to be proud about, but it's just the reality on how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how do you feel about the people that's going to have definitely a lot of things to say about you?
There's a lot of people that had a lot of things to say, and I don't feel no way about it. You're gonna have your opinion. You ain't live this life. So it's like it's open for discussion and open for debate and criticism once I put it out there on the internet. I can't feel no type of way about the opinion that you gonna try to bestow upon me, and I'm not gonna fight it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you feel because you might know somebody or you might be a victim of a deadbeat father. I can't argue with nobody about their opinion. You feel me?
Do you pay child support?
Hell nah. The
So
thing about
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say this is a clear example of who the Queen Maker was speaking about on the last show you did. These type of men that are good for nothing.
You sure about that? Well, I'm not gonna do the back and forth with you
Well,
for that.
I'm saying this would be who let me rephrase that
Yes,
because she's
please.
talking about all men, to be quite honest.
Okay.
But I'm going to say all of her words are applicable to these type of men, in my opinion.
Okay. I'll leave that one alone if that was your take on what she said. But let's go ahead and continue with this goofy, light skinned, waffle color Negro.
the thing about that, man, I was dealing with women that like how I come on your show and I just give you the name house. Like I'm not giving you like too much personal information. That's just how I am within my life. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be hard to put me on child support when you don't even know my name, where I live, no address, no real contact. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's that type of thing.
So do you have you ever had an STD?
Never. Thank God.
And you have 7 different baby mamas?
Yep.
And those are just the ones that had the kids.
Yep.
You probably had
Exactly.
more pregnant that actually, and you never had an STD. You're just out here
I
having sex.
I ain't never had an STD in my life, and my chart updated, and a lot of people don't even know about a motherfucking my chart. My shit updated.
What are your deal breakers in a woman, House?
If she was raised with a goddamn father figure that's gonna tell her don't fuck with me, because he don't know the type of person I be to her. But this just something if I really want to be with the woman though. If it's just somebody we just having fun with, it ain't no real deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? But if it's the one I want to be with long term, then it'll be another man in her life trying to combat the decisions that she making to try to stop fucking with me. To be
So, brothers, y'all just heard what he basically saying is he's the way. Let me see how I could put this. The women that he is dealing with are women that ain't got that much sense. He clearly said he don't want no woman that had a father figure in their life. So he's either dealing with broke women that was only raised by their single mother, so they have no they don't know how to react to a grown ass man. Brothers, I don't know. I'm not even here to really even get on the women. I'm not. But when I see brothers like this, and then you have the good brothers out there that's actually doing the right thing, you have women that will actually choose a dude like this because he's quote unquote thug, gangster, he's hard. You know what I'm saying? So brothers, to all you brothers that are actually doing the right thing, continue to do the right thing because they're going to come to you. And the ones that really going to come to you, the one that's over 40, that's probably busted up, looking like busted up biscuits, those are the ones that's going to come to you because then by then it's too late. And you go ahead and just toss them to the side. But go ahead. I don't know who raised their hand, but go ahead.
Yeah, that should keynote, or women should note that the fact that he would point that out. I agree with Febe. He is saying what a lot of guys that are like deadbeats, they avoid male guidance, or women with male guidance because of what they can see through the bullshit, basically. And that's why he's pointing out exactly what some men that want to take advantage of women do. They look for a weakness, and they think women that don't have any male entities around her is one of those people they can take advantage of. So he is being honest. So I just think that this should be a show that women use as like one of the major tactics. He's being bluntly honest. And that's all.
Let's go ahead and continue.
To be honest with you.
So what's your goal on my show tonight? Is it to go viral again? Are you really looking for someone? What's your intentions of calling me?
You know what? People just told me to come on your show. That was like, and they've been saying this for months. I said, I don't think that's going to be the type of environment for me to be searching for a woman with the background and story that I have. Then, but you know what I'm saying? They keep pressing it, being in these spaces and stuff like that. So the goal is it's the, you know what I'm saying? Don't necessarily judge me for my past. Women don't want men to judge them for their.
I mean, listen, I try to have conversations with people, and I try to allow authenticity from whoever I'm talking to as much as possible. But I mean, I don't rock with any of it, to be honest with you. Like, you have 7 kids, these poor innocent kids. You know, you're on the internet and you're making it very clear, and you're saying you're irresponsible, you're not supposed to be here, and you're willing to link up with a woman that has 2 other children, which means you would be some type of father figure to them. So I don't know what woman or what human being would really rock with this, to be honest.
I understand that. The thing about it is me being intentional. You feel me? Them little 7 kids, yeah, they gonna have to go up with the growing pains without having a father, but my intentions was not to be a father or be long term with these women. So when I offered a goddamn way out of me even have to be liable to this situation and shit, at the time these women know how much I make, I guess, and things like that. So it's just like one of those things. I can't force a woman to do anything with her body. And
Let me tell you something, brothers, and I don't give a damn who gets upset with me. Niggas like this that's being reckless, they need to be eliminated. I don't care what y'all talking about. If you could get mad at me for that. There are black men that are doing dumb shit like this, whether they're killing somebody, out here just making babies and not even taking care of these kids. They need to be eliminated because these are the type of men that are destroying the so-called black community in America. These are the type of men that are doing that. Because guess what?
But I have to.
Oh, hold on. Guess what, brothers? Because somebody else has to deal with those kids. Somebody else is going to deal with those kids. Not to say that all those kids are going to be in a bad place, but one of them might tear your shit up. One of them might be a murderer. One of them might just be a menace to society. Somebody else is going to have to deal with those kids. Because guess what? I've already said this before in another video. The woman is going to be in survival mode when she's raising the child by herself. And by the time that child becomes 12 to 13, and y'all could get mad at me for this, the single mother really doesn't have much to teach that child, because what they're going to do is they're going to go outside the house to go look for masculine energy because they're not getting it from their mother. Now, I'm not saying that's all, but that's a lot. That's why you got the stuff that's going on in Chicago and all these other inner cities. But go ahead, Tanya.
So I think that we have more of him than not. Maybe not the amount of kids, but I do think that when you're talking about marginalized communities, we have more of individuals who are like him, who maybe not even as honest as him, but reckless behavior. And I think this is what Dr. Umar Johnson was speaking about, as far as having the men needing to come back and mentor kids and be a father figure in the community or a big brother in the community to avoid, I guess, becoming the Pookie and Ray Rays. And this is exactly who the Pookie and Ray Rays are. And I think that we have more men that are like him who are actually fathering children and making their children fatherless and disappearing. They're not going for child support. They're not fighting for their kids. And we just have to be honest about that, particularly in our community.
Did you want to say something, sir, or no?
Oh, no.
Okay, let's go ahead and continue. It's almost done.
And mind you, between like the ages between like 18 and 24 or 23 is when I was making these irresponsible decisions based off of some shit that happened with my first child. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like hurt people. It's just like I don't feel like I could be a child to those type of women at the time. You know what I'm saying?
So do you want any intentional kids?
Huh?
Do you want any intentional kids?
Oh yeah, man. If the woman I be with long term want me to give her a child, then that's something I intentionally do. But mistakes are not getting taken care of just because that's what a man's supposed to do. I'm a different type of man.
Well, why do you feel like you shouldn't pay child support? Because are these women not trying to get child support from you?
Man, I don't know. When I had my last Instagram, one of my baby mamas kind of like contacted me and we was kind of like talking and shit. I have a heart, you know what I'm saying? This thing happened between ages where I was fucked up. I'm thinking about it more and stuff. I talk to people like you or anybody else. It kind of like weigh on me a little bit so I can make a better decision. But that's how I feel about it, I guess.
So the question was clear. Are they trying to put you on child support or are you on child support?
Oh, I ain't on child support, and I won't be on child support. If they did put me on child support, my business is structured where I only make minimum wage within my job, so they won't get too much.
So I'm glad So this brother doesn't even want it. He doesn't want. Like I said, that's why he calls himself House, and he didn't really talk about his business. He said he does real estate, and I'm going to assume that he makes a decent amount of money. But now he's saying he makes minimum wage. So this is the type of recklessness that we got out here. And again, something that I never, and this is kind of backwards to me, and I've seen this and I've actually went through it. The good men that's not with the woman are usually the ones that are on child support. But the degenerates like this guy, he's not on child support. I don't understand that. I have no clue why women do that. To me, that is so backwards. But of course, I don't make these things up. There are good men out there that are actually trying to see their children, and they're the ones that's going through hell. Niggas like this, he putting it out there. I ain't trying to take care of no child, and he good to go. But go ahead.
You saying that's not the facts, because even when people get a divorce, they can put each other on child support. I mean, that's not a fact to say that all good men and good fathers who want to be in their children's life, that should be a giving. That doesn't make you a good father. It doesn't make you a good man. If you have a child, you should be taking care of the children, whether that be financially through the court system or you're providing voluntarily. But that doesn't make you a good man. So we can't sit here and put the word good for all the good fathers that are out there paying child support. You should be. And then custody is another situation. So there could be some fathers who pay child support and don't see their kids at all. That doesn't make him a good father at all. So I think we have to be careful on labels, because a parent is a parent. You can be a bad parent, or you can be a parent.
Ma'am, I clearly said there are good men. That's exactly how I started out. I said there are good men. I didn't. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and finish this out.
Let's do the Kendra Cam. Let's see I want to see how you was able to fool all these women to roll with this.
I don't think I'm if I stand up, your whole show gonna goddamn get shut down. I might well go ahead and just keep me sitting.
No, the Kendra Cam is a must.
I'm telling you.
Do you have on pants?
Hell nah.
Well, go put some pants on, or we have to end right here.
Or we can end it. Thank you.
All right. Well, and listen, I'm gonna make him highlight because I want to see if black men. Because what happens is I have the type of show that podcasters, they always take the women that pretty much probably don't have it together for the most part, right? And they always dissect them. But what I don't honor is they don't do it with the men. And I really want to see if these podcaster men that come and dissect the women that they see on my show, if they will dissect this fellow black man.
Let me help you out real quick, Kendra G, because I don't understand what you upset for. You clearly said on another show that you have 90% women on your show and only 10% men that call in. So we can't help that over 90% of those. I'm not going to even say that most of those women on your show are agents of chaos. You do have some agents of chaos men that come on your show too, but it's very little because a lot of men are not coming on the show to embarrass themselves like a lot of them women that come on the show that definitely embarrass themselves big time. But go ahead, Tanya.
Yeah, I think she was just. I don't think that she was stating anything negative, and not to say that you were taking it that way. I just think that she was just stating whether or not these men would actually highlight this story. I mean, the story is kind of a cut and dry because he's a loser, and I don't think that anybody would disagree with him. I mean, would disagree with that sentiment that the guy's a loser and ladies beware. That it was kind of a cut and dry. It wasn't one of those cases where, you'll have a woman who's tells a story and she got all these different stories and all this stuff. It was just for him. I'm no good and I'm looking for a no good woman, and that's pretty easy. This case to me.
Right. Go ahead, Real.
Yeah, and you see it on my panels. I try to look for it, but they got nothing but gay men. So it's like I'm not finna watch an interview with a bisexual and gay. I'm not finna break down that shit. It's rare when they have even heterosexual men. And yeah, it's very rare if they're so. Yeah, I do agree that shows like this should be dissected by men and for examples and stuff like that. But
right,
it was like she was implying that we biasly pick men when, like, as if she has at least somewhat a subset amount of men. No, there's like, even with the little 10% of men, like I would say 70% of the guys are gay, or what they call it, quote unquote bi, whatever the fuck they want to be called. So
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard.
But brothers, sisters, I just wanted to show you guys, there are a lot of men like this, and it's really sad, and it does upset me, because whether y'all believe it or not, y'all are affected by men that do stuff like this, and the women that choose men. Because I promise you that this man is going. I bet you if somebody's hitting his DM up right now trying to get some pole from him, and he ain't gonna give a shit. He clearly said what he does. He looks for women. If you got a father figure in your life, you might as well. Hey, go ahead and go after him anyway, because he might just destroy you too. But he doesn't want no woman with a good father figure in her life. So he's already put that out there. And by the way, for y'all ladies that's looking for him, he's in Houston, Texas. Go ahead, Tanya.
I was going to say, I think what would be helpful though, because again, this is like cut and dry. So most women with sense are going to be like, no. I think what would be helpful is if you're getting men, similar to how I guess Kevin Samuels did it. They had women who were educated, this, and that, and he was able to point out some issues that she may have had and why she's not able to land her man. It'd be great to see some men dissect men that are not like this, that are not extreme. But they have issues, whether it be through childhood traumas or a narcissist, how to spot a narcissistic man, or like different things like that. Or ladies, you should probably ask these questions. I don't see a lot of that. I do see, and I think to her point is that we do see a lot of depicting particularly Black women apart in different types. They'll get the baby mamas from the hood, they'll get the Keishas and all that, and then they'll also get the the business women, and then warn the men about that. But we don't see enough of men who come dressed, suited, and booted, well spoken, but there are a lot of red flags with that type of man. And I know for a fact I don't see that within the male, not the manosphere, but the male podcasting world. And I think women would appreciate that, to see that, not as to put on show or display, but for advice, or just to have exposure to.
All righty. So, brothers, y'all saw that. Y'all saw what's up. Hey, get your shit together, Black man, and stop being crazy. Like, share, and subscribe.